You are listening to the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wole and Ray, joined by my co-host Ray Jeezy. We are also part of Amplifier Media. That's amplifiermedia.com. You can also check us out on our website, which is www.urbansportscene.com. What's going on, Ray?
What's up with you, brother? Dikembe,
Oh man, rest in
Georgetown. You a
peace.
Georgetown fan, bro? Talk about what he meant to you real quick. We got to pay homage because he was
Oh
that
no,
guy, brother.
facts. I mean, I grew up watching the Kemba Mutombo and Alonzo Mourning at Georgetown. That's like my first indoctrination into Hoya basketball. That Big John. If I had to tell you my part of my Mount Rushmore of Hoyas, he would be on that list. He did. I mean, for me, he was my one of actually my favorite Hoya before Alonzo. They were on the same team. They were the Twin Towers, but he was my favorite Hoya at the time. Great shot blocker, great intimidator. He would dominate the games in the Big East in terms of shot blocking. So I'll miss him. My most enjoyable time with him in the league would be that Denver Nuggets team when they were down to Supersonics 0-2 and came back 3-0. And he was the AC as an AC. And he inspired that team. He was changing shots from Sean Kemp and Gary Payton, like without really being a dominant scorer. He pretty much dominated that series. So to me, man, rest in peace to Kenny Mutombo, man. Hoya Saxa for life, man. Just it was sad to hear. And obviously people know as a human being how great he was, and just for the culture and how the culture of Africa as a whole too. So Dikembe Mutombo, rest in peace, man.
Let me just say, he was an ambassador, Wole.
Yes.
He was somebody that was recognized from a global perspective because of his humanitarian work. I feel
Yeah,
like what he did off the court made more of an impact than what he did playing basketball, even though that
I
finger
agree.
wag is something that's legendary. But I think we were so connected with him, and you in particular. Like, I don't have a problem with saying I grew up humbly. I
Yeah,
came from humble roots, just like you.
yeah,
So we had a connection to Georgetown back then. That's
yeah,
what we could watch. When you
yeah.
didn't have cable, you could watch Georgetown. You could watch the Bullets. And today it's not like that. A lot of kids may not be able to access Georgetown games. Sometimes they're not on a regular TV station. So it's amazing how we had access. So even if you weren't a star, you like guys like Joey Brown or Churchwell because we
Yeah.
watched Georgetown so much, and
Don
Dikembe was larger
Reed.
than life.
Yeah.
Dikembe was one of those
Boubacar
guys that
Al. You
everybody
know what
loved.
I'm saying?
He also was on that AI Sixers squad that went to the finals when AI
Yeah,
pretty
he
much
was.
carried that team, and they went up against Kobe and Shaq. But just shout out to him, his family. When you leave a legacy, I think it's so amazing, and you did your time on this earth in a way that is just memorable. And I think that his family will always have extremely fond memories as they continue through the grief process. So, yep, Dikembe Mutombo, shout out to him again, his family, bro.
Yeah, just want to add. You mentioned that you mentioned that Sixer squad. That was a dream for me, like to have AI and Dikembe on the same team. I always want to Zoe and Dikembe on the same team in the league too. Like I just thought that would be dope to have both of them on the same team. But having AI and Dikembe together was like kind of dope for me. I was like, oh yeah, we in it, man. We in it. I wanted like Coach Thompson to coach all of them. It was just a wild thing. Like that was like one of my dreams for those individuals in the NBA and the league. Rest in peace, Coach Thompson as well. But like, again, you got two legendary figures. In heaven looking down. You know what I'm saying? In terms of Coach Thompson and Dikembe Mutombo. I know they're, at the end of the day, man, like they're proud of their work and what they've done for like not just Georgetown basketball, but for the world of basketball itself. And also how they inspired many in life. You know what I'm saying? Like in life, like you're talking about what Dikembe has done in Africa, but like, and then just in terms of humanity, like he did so much good work. And so did Coach Thompson. I know I'm just, it's Dikembe, but I want to put both of them together. Coach Thompson, what he did for the neighborhood and the kids in the area too. So yeah, shout out to like again, rest in peace to Dikembe Mutombo. That definitely caught me by surprise when it happened. I had to take a break because I was like, dang, the Kembe's gone.
Yeah, man. I knew it would hit you because, like I said, Georgetown lifer, somebody
Yeah.
who connected with that team, like we all did growing up here in the DMV. So
Mhm.
we all love Dikembe. If you don't love Dikembe, I don't know what's wrong with you. You ain't gotta be a Georgetown fan to love Dikembe. And he'll
Thanks.
always on and off the court, he'll go down as a legend. I love it, man. Looking forward to seeing that memorial service because I know it's gonna be some dope stories that's gonna come out of that.
Thanks.
Hey,
Definitely.
shout out to Danny too. I am rocking the shake and tail feather. I'm rocking the St. Louis style, baby. That was the whole point. I can't play it though. I might get a copyright. I might get a
Yeah, I know, right?
copyright violation, so
Yeah,
I'm
by
not gonna
like
play it. But
by like Facebook. You know how they are. You know how they do it. Shoot.
I got a copyright warning from YouTube over the weekend, so I already know what it is.
Man, they doing too much. All right. Anyways, anyway, subscribe to our podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe to the Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel as well. If you watch this on our YouTube channel for the first time, please hit that red subscribe button. Also, like this video. Don't forget. Oh, sorry, Ray.
Go ahead, Ray.
I was about to go ahead, Ray. You got it. You got it. No, go ahead. You got it. No, I won't do that. Yeah, no.
Hit us up on X at Urban Sports Scene, on IG at Urban Sports Scene. Go to Facebook, search our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. Also search sports bloggers, sports podcasts, and sports debates.
All right, man, check out our weekly NFL picks on the Football Garbage Time website. Just go to www.footballgarbagetime.com. It's part of the Urban Sports Scene versus Football Garbage Time Pick'em Challenge. Ray, I'm in 8th place. How are you doing?
I'm right behind you. Nice.
Okay, we both not. Okay, it's okay. I got it.
I had a good week. I came in first last week, so
that's what's up, man. I don't know.
I'm the only one to pick Denver to beat the Jets out of that group. I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun.
You're definitely having fun. You picked that one. You're having fun for real. Let's get into our tradition, the pregame. Here's what we have on tap. Tony McKee's Pro Football Plus Commanders reporter Donna Hopkins will join us to talk about the Commanders dominating the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday and their upcoming game against the Cleveland Browns. Finally, at approximately 9 p.m., former Cleveland Brown, Detroit Lion, and New England Patriot and our NFL analyst Leigh Bodden will join us to talk some NFL. All right, but first, right now we have Tony McKee, Pro Football Plus Washington Commanders reporter Donna Hopkins on the show. Let me introduce her in. I have to actually I just did this. Pull up this. Take her. I know. Show you. Yeah, I know. I got you. Boom. I got it. Bam. What's going on, Donna?
What's happening? Look, Ray all happy because he got first place last week, but the total scores is what is most important. Anyway, I wanted to get in on the basketball talk too. I was
go for it.
Mutombo, when you think about him and what he meant to the game of basketball, and not so much just the game, but off the court, being an ambassador for various causes and so forth. That's what you remember him from even more so. So that was a totally shock that the big C is, that nobody likes to talk about. He had been suffering with that, and it was kept quiet because I didn't even know anything about it. But, like I said, he meant a lot to the game of basketball, more so off the court than even on the court. So what he did after basketball is what's going to resonate with people on and on, down through the years.
Yeah, I'm with you. I caught me by surprise because it was a secret. They did keep it a secret for a while. I know somebody posted a picture of him saying praying for Dikembe on I want to say on Instagram. I want to say it was Alonzo. But I was like, okay, maybe what's wrong with Dikembe? But they never said cancer, any type of cancer or brain cancer. And now it kind of made sense now that I look at it. But yeah, it caught me off guard because for me as an individual. And we're going to talk about the Commanders, but for me as an individual who my parents are Nigerian, I'm born here, but I have two, African parents. And when I saw him play, that's who I related to, you know what I'm saying? Being a kid, just, who liked basketball, who's African, who, you know what I mean? And seeing a guy that's playing basketball at a high level, who's like I believe Dikembe was the first or second pick overall in the NBA draft when he came out. So just looking at him, he was an inspiration to me. He was inspiration to me growing up. So, yeah, just RIP to Dikembe, man. Just a phenomenal person, man. As a basketball player, I didn't know him personally, but outside of the game, he seemed just like a phenomenal person.
Yeah. He's getting his due as far as what everybody is saying, accolades and all of that. But this is what was a shocker because I'm thinking when was he sick? Nobody. They kept that close to the vest. Basically probably his wants as he went through that and just the family in general. So I can understand that. But again, cancer is something that we all deal with, being a survivor myself, that you're mad that, cancer again.
Yeah. I know. Well, prayer up still to Dikembe, and his family, for real. His family. Prayer up to his family, his son Ryan, all of them. So prayers up to him. All right, so Donna, I know the transition is tough, but we got to make the transition. Before we get into what happened on Sunday, you were at Ashburn today, doing your reporting thing. Did anything interesting come out of Ashburn today?
Yeah, I think that this team is just level-headed right now. Everybody else outside the organization is basically crowning them 3-1, that are excited. And let me just say this, they should be excited because it's a long time that this town has not been able to celebrate anything. And John Allen did mention today that, remember the year that they went 6-2, they started off 6-2 and then win after that. So like I said, that the players are pumping the brakes, and they realize that is only 4 games into the season. And although they're happy that they're on top of the NFC East at 3-1, it's too early to be thinking about, we have arrived. And that's not what that I hear out there. Is everybody is still level-headed. They said that they're looking more so at the improvements that they're seeing each week. And that's the thing that I like to resonate on myself, is that not so much looking at the record, but looking at how I've seen them improve during the course of these last 2 games, even more so than the 3-1. When you look at what they've done in these last 2 weeks, they were on the road in Cincinnati for a Monday night game, had to turn it around quickly to play the Arizona Cardinals in a short week, where they went up there early to stay, to get acclimated, to not have to travel late on Saturday. So when you look at what this offense, if anything else, you can look at what the offense has done in the last couple of weeks, 80-some points. That hasn't happened in forever. And then just the maturity of what you're seeing from Jayden Daniels. Everybody was harping on at the game that, oh man, he threw an interception. They were asking him about that. He said, okay, it happened, and I'm mad about it. But he had moved on from that, and we know that he's not going to be perfect. But let me just tell you, beyond that interception, he's pretty perfect in hitting strides. When you look at his percentages, and Wole and Ray did not tell you all from the beginning that this was the quarterback that they should have gotten over Caleb Williams from day one. I mean, you go back, wind the tape if y'all don't believe it.
But you said it. I still believe. I'm believing in Caleb. It's still. I mean, they all could be. Look, I wanted to say this too. Like Ray and I talked about this, just because 2 things can be for certain. 2 dudes can be really good. You know what I mean? And it's still early. Both of them could be good. You know what I mean? So.
But Caleb Williams got more to work with there. I mean, he had to run.
His O-line is worse. His O-line is horrible. His
O-line, but look, we went in there with a O-line that had a lot of question marks too. Yeah. And not only that, this Washington's offensive line has no depth. So if we get hurt, we're going to be in the same shape.
Yeah,
but let me just say, the reason why the offensive line for the Commanders are doing well is because of Jayden Daniels, because of what he can do. I mean, he can elude, he can run, he's accurate. So he helps the offensive line from their deficiencies. And although some areas of the offensive line is playing well, overall, he's disguising that by what he can do with his arm and his feet. So he makes the offensive line better. And that running game makes it even better, because they can put the ball in the back's hand, where you got B-Rob, and then you got Austin Eckler. I think he's going to play this week because he was out there practicing. So that's a little scoop for you. And then, Jeremy McNichols has stepped in and played well last week also. So when you look at this, the Commanders in their backfield, they are happy about what they've got back there with those 3 backs.
Yeah. No, I think they're perfect. I think they're what they have, like you said, in terms of the whole system, Cliff, the play of Jayden, the running backs, it's all working. So there was some good news that you had, like McGee has definitely McGee's been activated. Is there a chance for him to play linebacker? Is he a chance for him to play?
Well, he was talking to the media today, so I don't know. And I was asking, is he going to be on the field this week? So I think that they're going to work him in gradually, because this is it. He's just getting back to being activated, being on the field from that injury. So you may not see him this week, but I think this week in practice, they're going to gradually put him out on the field, get him back acclimated. Because look, Wole and Ray, you just can't throw him back in there, because it doesn't work like that. That's any player that has been out with an injury and everything, you slowly, like Coleman, Brandon Coleman, when he was out doing training camp, they gradually worked him back into the lineup. They kept him out for the rest of the preseason. And I think this is what McGee is going to be. It was so good to see him because he's going to help that group even more so because of what he can do and what we saw during training camp and everything out of this guy. So I think that they're going to gradually put him back into the lineup of being on the field this week in practice. But I'm not for sure you're going to see him in the game this week, but possibly in the next couple of weeks, depending on how they see him at this point.
Yeah, it will be exciting to see him on the field. To me, he's a guy that I think has a lot of potential, like a lot of potential.
A lot of potential to add with that. But you know, we talked about the offense and how they're looking. They're like a scoring machine. And even the wide receivers seem like they're getting in the mix of things right now because Jaden in the last couple of weeks has spread the ball to every receiver as far as Luke McCaffrey. That snatch that he had in the fourth quarter, I'm telling you, he had some zip on that ball and he stretched out and got that. And then the one to touchdown to Terry to pretty much seal the game. That was some fire in there. I in the locker room, I asked Terry, I said, was your hands hurting after that? Because that was some heat on that ball. He said, no. He said, I'm good. But just the fact that they're spreading the ball around, and Noah Brown, I didn't even mention him, but this is the guy to me that has really stepped up more so. Even Terry is Terry, but Noah Brown, when they inserted him back into the offense and started him, where he was catching balls and whatever, to me, he allows the offense to really stretch the field a lot more by him being a big target. And when they throw the ball to him, he normally catches almost like everything. Yeah. So, offensively, you can't say much about this group because, look, they're going to put up 38 points one week and 40-some the next week. What more can you say? That's like I told them, I said, man, y'all are a fine oil machine that's pretty much got the engines roaring. But, how goes this team is staying healthy is so key. And they talked about the Cleveland Browns. Everybody's laughing at the fact that, hey, they playing the Cleveland Browns. This is a team that is in the basement. And Watson, to me, since he left the Texans and got into trouble, he's been a totally different quarterback. It's almost like he went from great to like not even talked about in the conversation. But the Commanders, I almost called them the Redskins. The Commanders, that almost slid off my tongue. but the Commanders basically are not taking them light because they talked about the defensive side of Cleveland and that group over there, that they really have to be on target when they face this team. And I think no team is just sorry that you can take them for granted, because it's up to you to execute. And we talked about Kingsbury. Kingsbury is dialing up some stuff ever since you and Ray. Oh no, I'm just messing with you all. About his vanilla offense and his college type offense. You see, I'm blaming you two.
I know.
I'm messing with you. But sense that people talked about that when they went up and played Cincinnati, he basically, and it was started with Cincinnati, and he basically said, I'm gonna show you that. He threw the book at them. I mean, he exposed them, he picked them apart, and then he went up there and did the same thing to Arizona with his play calling. And his play calling is conducive to Jaden's strengths. That's what people don't realize. He's just not dialing up stuff. He's dialing up stuff that highlights Jaden's abilities even more so in that running game.
No, I totally agree. So for you, Donna, what impressed you the most about the 41-14 victory over the Cardinals?
I think it was more on the defensive side of the ball, because that was the group that has not played well all season long. I mean, they've been with busted plays, the communication, no pass rush. I mean, it's been one problem. The secondary has been a mess and everything. And no push, like I said, up front, where no sacks. They ended up with 4 sacks on Sunday. So I'm more impressed. The offense is the offense because they've been clicking. but the defense is a side of the ball that has not played well as a whole unit. And this was the first time in a long time that I've seen. Don't get me wrong, it's still some issues there, but this was the first time that I saw that they played as a group. And they talked about that a little bit this week, is that this was the first time that the communication was better. It wasn't a lot of the breakdowns. And Coach Quinn, I asked him about, Armstrong. Armstrong played a great game. And he was saying that what they did was contain Mary, which sometimes they haven't been able to do that. And they didn't let him get outside because Calamari is a type of quarterback like Jayden Daniels who like to get outside the pocket, cause havoc because he can beat you with his arm. He can beat, I don't know, Mary so much beating with your arm right now because he had some miscues. But again, the defense was able to contain him, keeping him inside versus causing problems outside. So I was impressed with that the defensive front got a little more pressure on the quarterback. And they, like I said, they contained him. And I asked Quan Martin today of how he saw the defense overall. And he said that he said it has to be two groups performing well. They're going to need the pressure up front from the defense, and they're going to be able, and then that's going to allow them to basically cover the guys, because you don't want, knowing that you have a weak area in the secondary, you got to have the pressure up front. So Quan Martin said that they got to have both secondary good play, front pressure, and all of those things. And that's what I saw more so in that game, and was more impressed with was the defensive side of the ball. Now, can they do it 2 weeks in a row? That's yet to be seen, but Witt challenged them. He said that, he was talking about Frankie Louvu, and this is the guy that, to me, that has really just been smoking. Him and Bobby Wagner, because I think Bobby Wagner had 15 tackles, and then Frankie Louvu had 7 plus a half a sack or so forth. But you've been seeing consistent play from these two guys week in and week out. And really, Frankie Louvu, as Coach Witt said, that he's bringing the balance and type of play that he wants to 11. And they talked about on defense that this week, last week in the Arizona win, 11 players showed up to play. And that's, to me, what I saw on the defense side of the ball. All 11, not 3 or 4, but all 11.
Donna, I know you said basically they've been taking a workmanlike approach, but I'll say this. From watching on the outside, Terry looks like he's enjoying this big time, because he's been through a lot over his tenure with Washington. And also, we want to get just your firsthand opinion. You were right there after that win in Arizona. The Commanders fans took the stadium over, which is different, by the way. And Terry looked pleased with that on social media. So the energy in that locker room, I'm sure, was amazing. Plus, I know Cliff downplayed it, but to beat his old team like that and to beat Kyler Murray, how did he look in the locker room, and how they celebrate him after that game?
He got the game ball. If you saw that video of them saying, "Get over here, Cliff," he got the game ball because, like I said, he dialed it up against them in Arizona. But not just the Arizona game, the energy was in the Cincinnati, because I was by the locker room when the team was coming off the field, and Adam Peters and Josh Harris was right there to greet every player coming off the field in that locker room. And they did the same thing in against Arizona. So I was sitting in the press room, which is next to the locker room, before they allow us to go in. And all you heard was, yeah. I'm talking about, I was recording it because I said, I wanted to record it so that people could hear the joy and the excitement and the fire and everything that was in that locker room after those wins. Not only, like I said, the Arizona, but it was also the Cincinnati, but the Arizona took it up another level because of what they did in that game. And it was back-to-back dominant wins. But, the defense almost gave it away in Cincinnati, but I'm not going back that far. But that energy and excitement in the locker room and Ooh, it was like I wanted to jump in there and give them high fives or whatever. I wanted to be a part of that because it went on for a minute. And then when you talked about Ray, you talked about Terry McLaurin and just seeing him bubbling over these last two games. Well, when he came off the field and he was coming in the locker room to get Josh Harris and all them their high fives and all that. I mean, I thought he was going to slam dunk because he jumped so high and whatever up in the sky. And I was like, oh, yeah, Terry, I said, look at you. And I mean, his smiles is just like big. But when I interviewed him in the locker room after the game, I was talking about just the receivers and the pass that he caught for the touchdown. And when I was teasing him about his hands probably was being on fire and that ball was like smoking, he was so giddy and laughing and overjoyed right now that I mean, I was like laughing with him because I was like, look at Terry. I said, you could tell that he's just beaming because him and Jaden is starting to click too. All of them are starting to click with him. So I was excited for him of you know, what I saw from him and the joy that I've seen on his face lately. And he's starting to be at ease a little bit more and just letting the game naturally come to him.
Deluxe says, I guess the conversation with Terry and Tress was great. You talked to Tressway too?
I did. I talked to Tress today because I told Tress, I said, you're not really doing your job that much. I told him, I went up to him and I said, you're really not doing your job. I said, because I said, no, but I'm messing with you. I said, but it's got to feel good, even though that you don't have to punt because the offense is so effective in scoring every time that it doesn't even come back to you. So he said, you know, you just got to be ready in situations that when it comes to you, you're ready because you're not having to punt. Who wouldn't want to be on a team right now that you don't even have the punter in the midst of the game because your offense is so effective? So I was messing with him a little bit because I told him, I said, I said, you got a hard job right now. So he was laughing. But he was saying, you know, I was asking him about the 3-1 start because he's been here during the down times with this team. And so he was basically saying, you know, how good it is just to see this team progress. And this is the thing that people got to realize is that this team ain't even gotten to the potential or hit the mark. Even Jaden hasn't even got, it's hard to believe that. He hasn't even tapped into his full potential right now because you're just seeing him as a player. And Doug Williams, I'm going to let y'all have a little scoop right here.
Go ahead, give us a scoop.
I sat with Doug Williams before the game got started, and we talked a little bit about Jaden Daniels, and he was saying that this guy is the real deal, real deal. He said he doesn't try to coach him or anything like that. He's just there if Jaden needs to talk to him about anything off field or anything like that. But he said he's got coaches that's coaching him up. And he said that's the great thing about Jaden is the coaching staff is so good with his development and so forth. But Doug said that this guy is the real deal. He said he's in at practice. You know, in the morning, he gets there Doug gets there about 6 o'clock. This guy already been there at 6 p.m. and Doug may be coming in at 6:30, and he's already in the building, the first one and the last one to leave the building also. So he's getting the work in of what he needs to make him a great quarterback. And talking to him even today, it's just somebody asked him the question about, hey, when I asked you at the beginning of season, how will you measure your growth and everything? And as far as you said, you were a rookie back then. He said, I'm still a rookie. So that's what people got to remember, that this is a rookie still, but the things that he's doing as a rookie and with, you know, the moving pieces around him, because the Commanders really are rebuilding. It's 30 some new players on this team. So it's literally a new team. So and it still has some holes and everything. So, you know, for Doug to give him the accolades and everything, that's pretty impressive.
Totally agree. I totally agree. So speaking of Jaden, like Jaden's performance was obviously impactful and amazing. Jaden went 26 for 30 for 233 yards, a touchdown and a rushing touchdown. What would you say right now? Like, how is what would you say the kind of confidence he's given to the whole team? Do you feel like he's inspiring the offense and defense? He's like that type of personality where everybody's playing for Jayden?
Let me tell you, if you go out there and listen to those players, they're in awe. Yeah. I mean, Nick basically and John Allen and everybody that I talked to, when I say something about Jayden, they said, this is crazy. I mean, I'm looking at him and I'm just amazed by what he's doing. I mean, it's almost like that they're sitting at a movie theater, got their popcorn and their little drink and snacks out, and they just sitting back there in awe looking at him too. And I think that's what everybody is doing. His teammates, they talked about, look, we saw him in training camp. We saw him for a couple of preseason games and a little bit of what he could do. But never did we imagine it would be to the caliber of what we're seeing right now. So right now, the players are hanging with their tongues out in awe too of what they're seeing from him. Because all I hear from them is this is just beyond special guy, as far as what he's doing, because we're sitting, and they even say defensive players are saying that they're standing over the sideline just looking at him like operates, just look, their arms folded like, what? Okay. So the players are right behind him. And I think that great play spills over to other areas and everything. And a lot of people starts to navigate as far of jumping on the page and saying, hey, you know what, we got to be better for him and for this team. So I think that he's making this team excited too, because of what he can do and what he has done to help this team to move forward in this early 3-1 start. It's only 4 games. So that's what I wanted to tell everybody. Yeah, 4 games, but you like the position they're in right now as they move forward. Because then I asked De'Ami Brown, I said, come on. I said, be truthful. And I was laughing. I said, be truthful. Did you see you all being 3-1 at this stage of the game? And he said that he really did think that they would be better than what they were last year and that they had a chance. Because I told him, I said, honestly, is that honest? And he said that it was. And I can only take him for what he said because, he's in the room with Jayden Daniels. He's there doing the film sessions. He's there at the practices that we can't get into now. We can only be there while they're warming up, and then we're kicked off while they're putting together the game plan. So I have to, go with what he said, that he saw some of this, maybe not to the point of seeing Jayden this way, but, he saw this team as being a lot better than they were last year. So that's, I can take that because I could see that they were going to be better than last year. Anybody looking at them could see that they were going to be better than last year.
That wasn't hard. Now, Donna, I know you said we don't want to go in the past, but I bring this up and I promise you it's going to be valid. When the previous regime was here, there was all this chatter in the media that Scott Turner was a head coaching candidate. I don't know how, and we already paid homage to Dikembe. We was all like, no. He's not a head coaching candidate. But with the way Cliff has started, look at all you said about him. Now there's chatter in the media that Cliff might be a head coaching candidate because of what he's doing in Washington. This turnaround is not just a simple turnaround. It's one that is a drastic turnaround. What are you hearing, and what do you think about Cliff potentially being like a 1-year rental?
Well, Scott Turner should not be in the same conversation. Two different people. Because he never should have been the Commanders' offensive coordinator. I'm not saying never, but he was coming in as a new regime, as being an offensive coordinator. And the thing about Scott Turner is that when Ron Rivera came to the Commanders, he had to pick coaches just like Dan Quinn did. Hit the road and not be tripping over your own feet. They had to start strong. And the coaching staff that Ron Rivera got wasn't going to allow you to do that. You were working with a new offensive coordinator that had never done it before. So you were shooting yourself in the foot right there. He did not make his staff strong. You look at Dan Quinn. He's got head coaches that's been coaching at other places, and and everybody that he's got either was a defensive top person or offensive top person. He opened up the book and laid out great coaches to bring them in here, because I asked them at the beginning that when we were able to talk to all the coaches and everything, and I even asked Dan Quinn in his first interview, I said, did the coaches you pick, were they important for you all to hit the ground running? And he said yes. And that's the reason why this Commanders team, I think, is better, because of the coaching that they've been able to hit the ground with these coaches. And you asked me about Kingsbury. Yeah, Kingsbury wants, I'm sure, to be a head coach somewhere again. And that's what you take with everybody, the Anthony Lynn's, the Kingsbury, and all the guys. Is that I think that they want to be head coaches again, and this is just part of their resume that they're building.
Nuggets.
I'm hoping that Kingsbury, and then see, Kingsbury has taken question marks as far as can he be a good offensive coordinator, because they questioned him in Arizona when he was out there as the head coach. And now that he's just focused in on just being an offensive coordinator, you could see him dialing up things even better than he did. But then he had a head case in Arizona too, so that didn't help with Calamari. So I mean, that, he was from day one that he got there, it was a lot of backwards and forwards with him. So he had a head case as the quarterback. But Kingsbury, maybe he doesn't want to be a head coach anymore. I don't know, but I would assume that he does. But if he doesn't, then he's, with his resume here, and the Commanders can keep him here for at least a couple of years in Jayden's development. That's going to make Jayden even better, and this offense, because you want somebody consistently for a couple of years to be able to stay here 2 or 3. But he may get snatched up, because the NFL is going to be a lot of coaches on the hot seat, literally up there in Philadelphia. Because if he ain't gone before, if they don't get better before the middle of the season, he may be gone before the end of the year. But I can see Kingsbury possibly being a head coach again, and his resume that he's building right here with the Commanders is just going to make him a desired candidate for a head coaching position. You know how they just recycle coaches, but I'm not saying Kingsbury wouldn't be a good one.
Well, that's what I was saying on social media. I said Lane Kiffin got another opportunity when many thought that he shouldn't. Kingsbury, many respect him from what he's done with quarterbacks in college and at the pro level. I think he's definitely going to be a candidate.
Me too.
But you raise an important point. Does he want to do that? We don't know. And that's your job to ask the question. So you got to make it happen for us.
Well, you know what? I'm going to wait until later on the season, because I want him to just concentrate on being the offensive coordinator right now and making that a real oil-fine machine that he's
I know that's
started.
right.
Because this season gets harder. In 2 weeks, they'll be playing a week. They'll be playing the Baltimore Ravens, and we know what they've done last week. And now that Derrick Henry is all mad and that he wasn't getting the ball, and he got that 199 yards, he said, feed me the ball and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So finally, they got him back on track. And we know that the Commanders told me one area that they need to improve on, the players told me this, is their run defense, because that's been a hiccup even last week a little bit, where they didn't really run the ball that much in Arizona. But that has been an area that they're hitting them right up the gut, as far as on defense. So they've got to get better at stopping that as far as that run defense. And that's what they were telling me today in the locker room.
My bad, Wole. Last thing, Donna, real quick. How do you think the locker room is keeping the outside noise from getting in there? Because the division is taking notice. When you see Dez Bryant and Skip Bayless and Cowboys fans, Eagles fans say, oh, shoot, the Commanders are good. People are panicking. I told Wole that nobody in the division likes to see when the Commanders are good. It's cool when everybody else is winning, but when the Commanders are winning, it gets scary for people. And they're looking really good, not just good. Nobody's been able to figure out Jayden yet. So how has the team been able to keep that outside noise out in your eyes?
Let me tell you, I'm not trying to hear from no Dallas fans or the Dez Bryants or any of those. They just trying to be sneaky and blow smoke like, the Commanders. We're not trying to hear all of that.
Hey, Lou, listen, Lou.
We're not hearing that. That's trickery for you from a Cowboy fan, an ex-player, or anything like that. But I'm telling you, when I say that the Commanders players got their feet planted on the ground, and they're not swimming in the clouds, with everything that everybody is saying, because they understand it's 4 games. As John Allen, I told you, he said, hey, we started off 1 year 6-2, and then we didn't win no more. So I think that the coaching staff, and Dan Quinn talked about this, Coach Quinn talked about this, and if they get too big-headed, he'll squash it right then. And he hasn't seen that happen with Jaden or anybody, because people asked him the question today about, everybody's talking about Jaden, national media, that's all you hear, Jaden, but you should be, because he's been smoking. But that's not how Jaden or the team are responding to the national media. They basically is like, hey, it's 3-1. Move on. We got to move on to the next game. So they're not getting so high where they're looking at the record and what they're doing, because they understand that they still need to work on a lot of their games and problems that they're having, especially on the defensive side. And they know that, and even the offense, I mean, anything could change in one game. You could be up one day. Look at some of the games last week that took place that, I think Cincinnati blew out by the Commanders. Well, not blew out, but they, offensively. But then they come back and you're like, where was that team at? Glad that you ain't show up the week before. But this team is level-headed. I can say that by being in the locker room, hearing what they're saying, and then their body language. Also, their body language ain't like, oh, yeah, we've arrived and all of that. It's not there. It's not there. So that's what I like about that, is that this coaching staff is making sure that they stay level-headed, because they remind them that, look, we still have to improve a lot as a team. And look, they don't get their bye week until almost at the end of the season. So they can't afford to get hurt or nicked up or any of those things.
So Donna, other than we talked about Jaden, we talked about this, like some certain, we talk about Jaden a lot, and he had a great game on Sunday. Other than Jaden, who were your top performers on Sunday?
Yeah, I think that Jeremy McNichols, of what he did and in that running game, and Brian Robinson, let me tell you, if you watch him run, he is so explosive. I mean, one play when they were trying to tackle him and they couldn't bring him down, he was like, get off of me. And I mean, this is what he did that you all didn't even see. It was like one of those things where you can't bring a person down and you'd be like, get off of me. And he's like, okay, Brian, that's what I'm talking about. I said, because he is running so aggressive. So I was impressed with the running game overall. I mean, the week before, this past week, and then Jeremy McNichols stepping in and the way he ran, and then Armstrong on the other side of the ball. I mean, with what he did, I was like, okay, he was pretty, explosive. You didn't hear his name before, but he was in there, a couple of sacks, the tackles. And like I said, those are the 3 players that I was impressed that you don't hear a lot about. Is guys, you hear about what Terry did and Luke McCaffrey, he's starting to get in the mix, and just the catch he had. But I was talking about the consistent running of Jeremy McNichols. That was, you like, okay, we got 3 backs now. We got 3 solid backs now that we can intertwine. And then, like I said, Armstrong on the other side. And I even thought that John Allen and Deron Payne played a lot better this week. So I was impressed by their play also. But if I had to call out players, and I already called out Frankie Louvu, because
we already know if we don't have time,
he's a given. But beyond that, those are the Allen and Payne and Armstrong. And then on the other side, really Brian Robinson and McNichols.
Yeah. Danny said, any news on Eckler? He said today he's almost ready. Hopefully he clears protocol to play for Sunday. McNichols needs to be in the running game plan too, with his great performance.
Yeah, I don't think he 100%. So it'll be end of the week thing.
Yeah, okay.
He did practice, so that was a good sign. Is that he was out there, practicing with the team, and normally if it's anything lingering where you weren't going to play, then he wouldn't have been out there today. So it's a possibility that he may play. and they may just want to keep him out for one more game just to make sure. Because with the concussion, if the slight little hit, once you have concussion, you're more acceptable to have them easier. So now that they know that they've got another back that can step in also, then you can have Austin out one more game just to make sure he's 100%. I would take the precaution, and maybe at the end of the week, if I don't feel that he's 100, that just say, hey, we're going to keep him out one more week.
Mike said, why is B-Rob hurt? Is he hurt?
No, he said, why is B-Rob hurt? Like, no,
why is B-Rob hurt? Oh.
Yeah. They didn't say anything about him being hurt. I mean, they said that after a game, the way he runs and everything, he's sore. But I didn't see him in the locker room, but that doesn't mean anything. But I didn't see that they didn't say anything that he was hurt.
Okay, that's good enough.
All right, George.
But I'll keep an eye on that tomorrow.
Yeah, please.
And report back to you all.
George is jumping ahead. That's what we get ready to go to this Browns game this coming Sunday, Northwest Stadium. And Wole and I, we cover professional sports just like you, Donna. We strive to be just like you when we grow up. But we know what it's like to have to get to a stadium early. Are you going to leave any earlier because you expect for Northwest to be sick this week? Because we already know it's a sellout. The Commanders are favorites. Jaden set the league on fire. What's your plans? And then also, what do you expect that crowd to look like? Do you expect to see Browns jerseys? How do you think this atmosphere is going to impact the team? And do you think they ride this wave of momentum this week?
Well, let me just say, if they show up like they did in Arizona, and this is their home stadium, it's not going to be one of those games where, they used to sell their tickets to the opposing team. If any Brown fans are in there, it'll be a little bit, because I think it's going to be a dominant of Commanders fans in there. And I get there, Ray, anyway, so early that the fans beat me there, but I'm there by 9:30 anyway. So I don't think I need to get there. I've tried to get there about 4 hours early. So I think I'm good, to be able to get in, because I don't have to wait in the long lines and everything. So, but I tell you what, I am going to spend a lot more time, because I walk around the parking lot, talk to the fans before the game, but I'm going to spend quite a bit of time out there in the out there with the fans and everything, hitting different areas of the stadium to talk to different people, because I want to kind of like get their feel right now before the game, after the game, and I try to talk to the fans anyway. But I'm going to spend a lot more time out there hanging out with the Commanders fans. So if y'all see me out there, find me, because I'm looking for some fans to talk to be on the show.
Tailgate. You hit some tailgate.
Okay, look,
get you a plate.
Yeah. Hey, they
always try to feed me. But I told them that I'm on the clock. But if they have something good, look, they always give me something to drink or food, but I tell them I'm on the clock.
Hey, Donna, me and Wole know the Commanders feed the media well, but that play Karita showed us in Dallas put the Commanders to shame. They got to step their game up, man.
Oh, I already know Dallas does that.
She knows. She been there. She knows.
I told Karita, this is the stadium that you went. But let me just say, Arizona was good too. I mean, a lot of the stadiums I've been to, they're right up there with Dallas. But Dallas, you got to be at Dallas on Thanksgiving Day for a Thanksgiving game, because you feel like you're at home in your mama's house.
Dang.
Not quite, but close to.
Jeez. That's what I'm talking about. So Donna, for you, what are your keys for Commanders' victory over the Browns?
I think that offensively, again, they've got to get off to a fast start. If they can, and I think run the ball. I think running the ball is so key, because everybody said the run sets up the pass and everything. In this case, the Commanders are so effective running the ball. I think that's going to be key. Now you got a good Browns defense over the other side. They've got quite a few injuries also, but I think I'm more concerned with more so the Commanders defense as far as them starting off, because they let Arizona march down the field, score right off the bat, but then they shut them down after that and got off the field on third down. So the key for me this week is to the Commanders defense, making sure that they get off the field on third downs, and that the pressure that we saw last week, we need to see that again. Communication could get even better in the secondary. So for the most part, if they can get the teams off the third downs, and then running game as far as shore up that a little bit on the defensive side, I think they'll be successful again.
DC Dude said, "Love the questions you ask in the presser, Don, and keep it up. Keep up the great work."
Yeah,
I
Jay,
appreciate that.
he loves you. Jay
He
loves
does
you.
love you, Donna.
I appreciate that because I try to ask questions that I want to know if I wasn't inside the organization, and I try to think for the fans as far as what they may want to hear also. So I want to hear the deep things as far as not the vanilla stuff. I want to hear solid stuff from what they're seeing as a group.
No,
So
you do. I mean, Donna, you do great work. I don't have to tell you. You already know.
I appreciate that.
You already know, Donna. You already know. My man Paul said, "Yep, run the ball because the Raiders had success last week against that run defense." Mike said, "Run the ball, throw downfield on one-on-ones and keep their quarterback in the pocket." Yeah.
And you don't know what you got with Deshaun Watson because, like I said, this is a quarterback that has put his staff down. Nobody's even in the conversation of talking about him, but we know that he is a quarterback that can come out and hurt a team. We're looking at the old Deshaun Watson, but as Dan Quinn said, they looked at him from last year to this year. And looking at what he's good at and not taking anything from him. But I mean, he's not the same Deshaun Watson as in past years, but I don't want him to become that this week.
Facts. I totally agree.
Well, the Commanders know Amari Cooper. I know that much. So
I know they know Amari Cooper. He kills. He does kill Washington. No way Chubb returns this week, right? Is everybody? Yeah, I'm worried about that. I don't think he should. I think just like Eckler, I feel like the following week is his opportunity to come back. I don't think he's going to come back this week. He just got activated. I don't think he plays this week.
And Wole and Ray, when you think about the Cleveland Browns, this is a team that they had high hopes the last couple of years because they had all top draft picks. I mean, they've had so many quarterbacks to come in there. It's been like a revolving door. And so they had opportunities to make this team be really good. And they had the personnel on this team to be good, but Cleveland never has been able to get over the hump of this team being a dominant team. Because you think about it, you look at their offensive side of the ball, they were strong defense, and they had assembled a team. To me, was to make a run in that division. But it seems like they can't get out of their way. You don't even know what team is going to show up from week to week in trying to navigate. I think they're lost as a team also in trying to find out what their identity is and just who they're going to be as a team overall, because they've got so many issues with the quarterback play that they're struggling on offense because of that.
Yeah, I hope that I love your keys. I just hope they don't underestimate the Browns, just because obviously Deshaun ain't the same Deshaun. Like, it is what it is. He's not the same Deshaun. But like Ray said, they do have weapons. You have
and they do have a pretty good defense.
They got defense. They got Myles Garrett. Obviously, he's playing a little hurt, but Myles Garrett, this is probably the toughest test they're going to have that offensive line's had in terms of the defensive ends and Myles Garrett. So they're going to have to find a way to control him. The last time, I wonder, was it last year or the year before last year? He played against this line. He played against our O-line. He dominated. So they're going to have to make sure they pay enough attention to Myles Garrett. Obviously, Ray mentioned Amari Cooper. He's always been a Washington killer. So make sure you pay enough attention to him. Don't take him for granted. Because there's certain players that when they see your jersey, they get real comfortable. We know that with Daniel Jones. He sees that Commanders Redskins jersey and he gets real comfortable. Amari Cooper is like that type of player. He sees that jersey, he gets real comfortable. So I just feel like I want Washington to go into this game, the players, not the coaches. I believe the coaches will have them prepared. They'll have them prepared physically, but mentally, the players to be focused enough to say, all right, we can't afford to take anybody for granted. We got to play our game. They do that, I feel like, then they can be 4-1 easily.
Yeah, I think what you said, it was important that the coaches are going to have them well prepared. You can believe that. Yeah. But I think that with the personnel that's on this team right now and the leadership that's on this team that we haven't seen in a long time, that they're not going to allow any player not to be ready. Now, as they say, coaches coach up, but you have to go and execute what they give you. So that's where it comes in, is the players have to execute what they're asking them to do on offense and also on defense. But I'm excited to see what Cliff Kingsbury is going to dial up this week, against Cleveland and that group, because I'm telling you, the way they study these teams and what they're able to do, it's the defensive side of the ball again. That can you consistently for 2 weeks in a row come out and put the pass? Have a pass rush and cover pretty good and get teams off on third down.
Got a question from DC Dude for you, Donna. Donna, how does it feel to cover a team that's at the center of the NFL universe?
Well, you know what? It's finally to get to do that again.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I want to say the same thing.
Because I've been with the team when they were winning Super Bowls, but it's finally great. Not so much even at the center of that, because I'm not even looking at them being the center of conversation among the national media and whatever. I'm just enjoying watching the growth in this team from week to week and what I've seen throughout OTAs and training camp and preseason. And I'm looking more so for myself is looking how they're improving in various areas, and that the fact that the play is pretty good right now with this Commanders team. That's what I'm happy about, is the play that I can see growing each time. And I'm kind of happy of that 3-1 start, because I didn't personally see that. I thought it may be, I thought that they may be, 2-2 or something like that. But I'm happy to see the fact that they won games that we didn't think they would. I mean, that Cincinnati one to go up there and grab that one, I felt that they could beat Arizona, but I'm just happy to see the growth in these players, and talking to them is just like a joy because it's fun. I mean, Bobby Wagner, we were talking about hoops today. And he was saying that one of the players didn't know who Akeem Olajuwon was. I said, who was he? I said, I can understand if he said Luke Walton or somebody like that, but Akeem Olajuwon, the mid jumper, yeah. But so it was kind of funny, kind of like, just talking to the players beyond just football, but seeing them relax, to talk about other things. That's kind of fun to see.
We got a question for you, Donna, from Dan, and said, question for Donna: which player on offense and defense has impressed you the most from training camp to current?
On offense
and offense and defense.
Offense is, Jaden is the one, because I watched him during camp, and what I'm seeing him do right now is just unheard of for a rookie. So because I constantly told Wally and Ray them, my assessment of Jaden, I said that, he's accuracy and everything, red zone, you can see him trying to get better there. Some areas in general of his game, but, watching him, throughout this first part of the season so far, I've been impressed with him. I mean, it's other players on the offensive line probably, but if I would have to say one player that has really blown my mind, as he has his teammates and the national media and other teams, is Jaden Daniels on the offensive side of the ball. On the defensive side of the ball, it has to be Frankie Louvu. I mean, because he has stepped up and really started playing his style of ball. And what he has done to help that defense with his play that's spilling over. Not that Bobby Wagner isn't doing that also, because I think he's playing great ball too. In these last couple of games, you starting to see why they got Bobby Wagner on this team. But Frankie Louvu just brings a different type of energy and meanness and to the game that you want to see from a defensive player. So I would say Frankie Louvu on that side and Jaden Daniels on the offensive side.
Cool. So Donna, real quick, can you give us your prediction?
Prediction? No prediction. I just said,
my God.
I see the Commanders winning this. I see really the Commanders winning this game. I mean, I think that the offense, to me, is going to dominate again, because if you got that fan energy that's going to be displayed, I think this week, they get up on this team and whatever, it is no coming back.
Oh, figure 4. Let's go. and putting folks into submission these days. That's what I'm talking about, Donna. Even your swag is different, Donna. You
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Great energy.
You. Hey, you know what? Look. I tell people, I tell the truth. When I see things happening, this team is struggling. I came on with y'all earlier, talked about some things that I saw, but I have to be able to, tell the truth about when they are playing great ball and everything. So I'm only telling you what I'm seeing from the players, hearing from the players, hearing in the locker room after games, seeing the energy from the ownership and everything. And I mean, I saw Magic Johnson. He was hanging out. I almost rode down in the locker room with him. And just that energy that's coming from him, champions spill over to other people to be champions. And I think having a Magic Johnson and some of those guys that, how they play the game, how they run their business and everything spills over to how they do everything in life. And the people that they have on this coaching staff and in the front office and everything is making this team move forward and being, a team that is headed in the right direction of getting W's and to be in the conversation at the end of the season. So, it's 4 games in. And everybody said, pump the brakes and everything. But I think that you don't have to pump the brakes so much, but you can kind of like come up and enjoy the ride a little bit.
All right. Yeah, Donna, it was the last question before I let you go, Donna, because Mike's going to kill me if I don't ask this question. What about my question, Wole, about the food, even for the media they feed to? Is the food better over there, like for the Commanders than prior years? Is it better now than it was in prior years?
I must say that it is. I mean, I think that it's going to get better because, the first, the first game and everything they have. I mean, I don't eat some of the stuff because of just some of the stuff I don't eat.
Yeah.
But let me say that it was better halftime. They have some of the stations that they normally didn't have before. But I think that they're getting better in that area too. Look, I can only speak to that. I got to give the Commanders PR a thumbs up because during the week, we get fed twice, not just if they win or they lose. If they win a game, if they lose a game, we get fed. The chef is preparing food for us on Thursday. And then, we have the pizzas and all that other stuff. So, I mean, I think that they've stepped up overall and really taken care of, feeding us. Let me just say this. When I come home on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I don't have to eat dinner because I'm full from what they've been feeding us.
Nice.
All right, well, that's nice. Hey, Donna, well, thanks for being on. Before I let you go, Donna, it's always a pleasure to have you on. You're one of my folks. Before we let you go, how can folks catch you on social media? Anyway, you know what? They don't have to. I have it right there.
There you go. Look right there. Look right there where Wally got right there.
I got it right there for you.
Let me just tell you all on X, because of Wally, I'm giving you all a lot more information, the inside stuff with the Commanders, what I'm hearing a lot more. So you know what? Follow me, follow the podcast and everything because we give a lot of day information. And then Tony McGee's Pro Football Plus Wednesday. Hey, we're on tonight. Wednesdays, Fridays at 10:30 p.m. and also Saturday morning at 9. So
on Masson on
Mid-Atlantic Sportsnet. So if you don't catch it on Mid-Atlantic Sportsnet, we posted on our YouTube channel on Thursday, so you can pick it up there.
All right, Donna, thanks for being on. We appreciate you.
And I'm gonna sign out for you all. I'll keep my eye on the Brian Robinson thing this week.
Yeah, please do that. Please. All right, thanks, Donna.
Always fun.
Always fun. All right.
Yes, sir. Mike, I'm still gonna pick the Browns. Let's just keep it going, Mike. Why not?
I'm gonna pick the Browns too. It's a good luck. It's been working. I'm gonna go against good luck.
Me and Wole believe in that, bro.
What's wrong with you? I'm gonna pick somebody different.
Shout out to my uncle Mike too. He pulled up in the comments. We appreciate you. I saw you talking about James Daniels.
I know, right? Right now, we have former NFL cornerback for the Browns, Lions, and Patriots, and our NFL analyst, Leigh Bodden, on the pod. What is good, Leigh? What's going on, my dude?
Everything's going on, man. What's going on with you?
Hey, everything's good, man. Everything is good, Leigh. Hey, Leigh, real quick before we get into like the NFL talk. I want to get you what, like, obviously the Commanders are playing the Cleveland Browns, and that was the team that was your first team you played for.
Absolutely.
What was your favorite moment during your time in Cleveland?
My favorite moment. Man, it's not like a singular moment, I guess, but it's like home games at Cleveland Stadium. Home games, man, because they would play Phil Collins in the air tonight. You know that song?
Yeah, I know that song. Yeah, I know the song.
Man, so it's like I've been waiting for this moment all my life. You know what I'm saying? That's playing right now, and then boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Like that moment, you in an arena, right? Crowd going crazy. Well, this is pregame though, to be honest, but crowd still. I mean, you know, fans want your autograph, right? But you preparing for this game that you been waiting for your whole life, man. As a kid, and Phil Collins, like I said, playing.
Yeah.
So even my rookie year, that just blew my mind. But I would say, man, Cleveland, just because of that, it's pregame. Shit, that's like my favorite moment. That was like my favorite moment. And then, but the kickoff, my first kickoff rookie year, I went down. I was close to making a tackle, but I didn't. but then I made the second tackle. So I would say that's my like favorite moment, man. But again, pregame was.
I thought she was gonna say like your first pick.
Everybody would think that.
Yeah.
So my first pick was my rookie year, and I got a tip ball from Arizona Cardinals. We was blowing them out, so I got in the game. You know, at the end of the game, and got an interception from a tip ball. Yeah. And I just threw it. I just threw the ball. Dalen McCutcheon, he went to go get it. He was my veteran. Yeah. He went to go get it, and he handed it to me like, "Hey, man, keep this." But I was like, "Man, whatever." In my head, I knew I was gonna get more.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the way I wanted to think about.
Would it be like your first? I was like, you probably would choose a pick, but all right.
But think about what I just told you how it came. Yeah. Think about your dream. You think your dream pick is coming like Malcolm Butler type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that type of pick, or your first pick, you just imagine it being something spectacular. But it was just like a tip ball. I mean, but the thing is, every interception matters, and you know what I mean. But it was at the end of the game. Yeah. And we was already blowing the Cardinals out. So they put me in, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, whatever, I'm going to just still play hard. And I got a pick. So that ain't like my favorite moment, but it sticks in my mind because it was my first pick.
Yeah, dope. All right, last week, a lot of our viewers wanted you to kind of look at Emmanuel Forbes Jr. just to see what was your opinions of him. He actually got to play in the Cardinals game. So what were your thoughts on him?
Well, I'm gonna put because it's that cornerback, man. Because I told you last time when I was on, you asked me who was my favorite corner.
Yeah.
And what did I say?
You said all corners are your favorite corner.
All corner, because man, that's the toughest position. That position, you the best athlete on that side of the ball. You the best athlete on that side of the ball. Gotcha. Straight up and down, right? Because you guarding their best athlete. Safeties, I ain't taking nothing away. They damn near 1A, right? They the next best athlete, and then you got the DN. You know what I'm saying? That's the pecking order. So now to Forbes, when I watched him as a rookie, I mean, he played well. As soon as he got in, they ran a run to him. He came up, was aggressive on the run, stuffed it, the lineman, and made the alley very, very small. And then somebody came in and made the tackle. Then he made it was a play that he was very, very close to making a PBU. Yeah. But that's something as you get along in your years or coaching, he'll bat those down. But man, I would have intercepted that. I dare. No. And it's serious. Yeah. And I know people, older guys, look at it, but because I got film to show that I picked a ball off like that. Because I dare quarterbacks to throw that. I don't care what quarterback you are. Because it was on the other hash. He was the field corner, and they threw an out route. Man, I dare you to throw that. I don't care who armed you, right? I'm gonna intercept that. You know what I'm saying? But he a rookie, but he was.
Well, he's the second year. This is the second year now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you good. No, you good. No, go ahead. No,
yeah, nobody paid me to to research these guys.
No. You were good. No.
But so okay, second year. Yeah, that's something that maybe he should have made. You know what I mean? But then you're gonna still go through your learning curves, as a corner. But the plays that I saw him make and be in, I would grade him if I had to grade him. Yeah, like a B+.
Oh, okay.
I would grade him a B+.
Yeah, because a lot of fans are down. Because to your point, like there were like out like they wanted to draft. A lot of folks wanted the Commanders to draft last year. Wanted to draft Gonzalez for the Patriots.
Oh, he's an animal.
They had a chance to get him. And so because of that, he's under the microscope, right? Mm-hmm. So when he gets beat, it's bad. Like and last year he didn't have the best rookie year, right? He didn't. And this year it didn't start off too well for him. Then he got hurt. And now, like this game here, like you said, cornerbacks are on the island and they're the best athletes, and it's a hard position to play. Tough. Now this year he started off slow, but against the Cardinals, to me, like you saying, a B+ kind of shows that for what a lot of us saw, like he played better. So it's good that you had that grade of B+. It shows that he did improve.
Yeah, and this is the first time. Yeah, I'm even looking at him. You want me to look at him, but that's what I saw in him for that game. Mm-hmm. Obviously, what you want to do is improve each and every game. But each and every game is going to be a different challenge because it's a different receiver, different offense, different everything. But then you still got to hone your skills, right, to continue to get better. And then, that's why you go out there and play the games. And you want that competition, right, to continue to see where you stack, because that's what you're playing for, right? You're playing for competition. I mean, you still want to win Super Bowls, but, man, at the end of the day, it's only going to be one team holding that trophy up, and it's tough. It's a team game, so everybody got to play well for us to get there. But so solely as a corner, you just gotta, and as a player, you just gotta be better each and every moment that you step on the field. And how you get better is it's a testament to your coaching staff. It's a testament to the players around you, and then now the team around you outside of football to help you. Just be a professional, because it's a lot of outside noise. It's a lot of things that you can do to improve when you outside the locker room and outside the facility to then be a better professional on the field. So it's just those little things that help that improvement.
Mm-hmm. Paul has a question for you. I know Ray wanted to say something, but Paul has a question for you real quick. He said, do you think he has functional weight to be the best he can be? Man, do you think weight's an issue for him?
Why is weight an issue? I don't even know how much he weighs.
He's like what? Like he's like one. What is he, like a one? I want to say he's 180 or something. 170, 180.
It don't even matter because, like I told you, the first play he got in, it was a run play to his side. He ran up there, and a lot of corners ain't doing that. A lot of corners is not doing that, right? So weight don't got nothing to do with. Now I ain't looking at the weight. I don't care. I'm looking at the play.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And so that first play he was in, he attacked the run like he was a linebacker, right? And the lineman came. I mean, he went low. I wouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he just showed his aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? And that's all you can ask for. Because corners right now, you got to guard the best athlete, and then you got to tackle a guy in space.
Yeah.
And then you got to, elude big linemen coming, pulling at you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be very good to be able to play that position. And to see how he attacked the run and then how he played the pass. Again, you ain't going to be perfect. I don't care. Darrelle Revis done. His Jets fans have seen him get beat before. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because if you watching all 16 games, you're going to see him get beat. For touchdowns and whoever and whatever. But it's how you respond. Everything is how you respond. And then how you attack, certain situations, especially when your team need it at this moment, how you going to handle it. And that's what it's really about. So weight ain't got nothing to do. Weight, man, he's sticking his nose up in there.
Yeah.
Dan, you right along the line of my thought process, because Leigh and Wole, we old enough to remember Sterling Sharp. He's one of the best route runners I think we saw in our lifetime. NFL receiver. And Amari Cooper is damn near right up there with him. How do you cover a guy like Amari Cooper when he runs such good routes? And we know the history of what he's done to the Commanders. And you've seen the Commanders' corners. You've been describing what you've observed. What do they do against a guy like Amari Cooper this Sunday?
Well, you can't ask a guy like me because a guy like me, I'm going to disrupt routes. I'm going to get in your face, and I'm not going to be the corner that's going to get in your face and always feather off. I'm going to be the corner that stay there, and you better get around me because I'm messing up your timing, quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of receivers don't like that, right? One, because it's messing up their route and they timing with their quarterback. Two, who want that drama every play? Right? Not many. And it's just gonna be difficult. So you got to get in the receiver's head immediately. So now when that throw comes, because it's gonna be a tight throw, because these quarterbacks put it on the money. But if
Paul
that
agrees
receiver know that corner is gonna be tight with him all the time, it's gonna be in his head. So the ones that he may catch on a corner that ain't as aggressive, he ain't gonna catch on you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they're gonna get them drops because you always there with them. So if you asking me, that's what you do. You just get, and Amari Cooper is a guy that you can get up on him. But because man, I just seen him. He wouldn't. I would probably do some damage to that. But he would probably get some catches on me too. But I'm just saying, right? That's how I would approach a guy like that. But anybody, because when you disrupting somebody, think about, jump ball. We talk about we're gonna get it from jump. I gotta show you what it's gonna be all day, right? It's gonna be hard for you all day, boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you the first play. It's gonna be hard for you. I don't care if you catch it or not. It's gonna be hard for you, and just know what's coming the next play and the next play and the run play. I'm gonna challenge you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't taking no plays off. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I attack receivers all the time. You're not taking no plays off on the run. I'm gonna make you look bad. You know what I'm saying? You can't block me. I'm gonna make you look bad on film every play. I'm gonna make you, because you're trying to make me look bad on the pass plays. I'm trying to make you look bad every play. Because I play for them coaches. They watching you. They watching, right, the receiver. I want them to go in that meeting room and be like, he was killing this motherfucker. Because I know it didn't happen. Because coaches came to me after games like, man, right? Not every game like that. But I'm saying that's just how I approach it.
Paul, you got people hype, Lee, man. Hey, Lee, you got a viewer's hype. Say, yo, you need to be our DB coach.
But hey, I told you, man, if I go to the league, man, I'll coach these dudes up. I had these corners, man. Man, what?
That sound like St. Juice. I think St. Juice.
I think St. Juice does sound like St. Juice, actually.
I think
I like him.
You like St. Juice, Lee?
I like him. I've seen. I mean, from what I've seen of him, I haven't watched him like that. But that's the thing, and that's what you play for. Because it's like if you turn the tape on, what you look like. I should be able to pick any game. No, your worst game, it don't matter. You still gonna show signs of, man, okay, he that dog. Because you're going to get caught on. You're going to get scored on. It's games like that. But then it's still 50 plays that happen. Maybe I got caught on 2-3 times. I played 50 snaps. Look at what else he doing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I play for, is because it's every single snap. And, you're going to have your good days, bad days, good plays, bad plays. I told you, playing with Junior Seau. That's all he was. And I played with him later in my career. And he just used to say, next play, buddy. Next play, buddy. Like, don't matter what happened, next play. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, Forbes needs to hear that. Because I think after that Philly game last year, where he going up against one of the best, A.J. Brown, it affected his mental psyche. And he wasn't the same guy. So next play is huge. That's huge for him.
It's huge. But the thing is, corners, you got to have short memory. You got to act like it ain't never happened. You got like pretend that touchdown, whatever. Like, and you just got to remember who you are, and then just try to get out that rut, because that guy gonna have a game sometimes on you. The best in the, one of the best in the league. Yeah. But like we talking about having the confidence, but then that's when the people in the room gotta show some confidence in you. Yeah, you here because you got confidence. But man, I get shattered sometimes, man. And then if people around you ain't in your corner, think of Rocky. I'm thinking Rocky if somebody was like, hey man, Rocky, you ain't gonna win this one. You might as well throw the towel in. Rocky, your right hand ain't working. Don't do it no more. Like, think about, I'm trying to fight for my life out there, and that's what you telling me in this corner? You know what I'm saying? How am I going to go out there and whoop this dude ass? So it's like you got to have people, even on your right, you lumped up, Rocky, right? But so what? You still got to tell him, man, you the man. You the man. Go out there and knock his ass out, Rocky. Right? But if you got coaches in your corner, players like, oh, I should be playing. How come he ain't? Right, man, that causes a bunch of stuff in your head now. And like I said earlier, you go home, now you need somebody to bolster you back up. You need a team around you because sometimes you just can't do it yourself, man. But then you got to have that faith in the Almighty. You know what I'm saying? And that, right, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. So, right.
Yeah, remember I told you, Lee, that people recognize you. DC dude said, yo, Lee, do you still have the ball from your 3-pick game in 07 against the Bears? And what can you tell us about that game?
Well, actually, DC dude, you're incorrect. But it was against the Jets.
Right? Yeah, it's the Jets.
It was the Jets. And so that's to answer your question. Yeah, I do have it.
my man.
I do have it. But see, and that wasn't even, I would say, my best game, but statistically, it was my best game. But I did play really well. But I had games where I didn't have much play because, right, they respected, not throwing it to me, maybe, that day. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't get much action. Or I got, maybe 2 plays to me and I got PBU, and then tackle. Because you only get about a few plays as a corner, right? And that's why it's magnified, because guess what? The quarterback, he get about 40 times to throw it, 30 times, right? He messed up one time and said, oh, that's okay. You messed up one time, shit, that's a touchdown. Right? And then it's like everybody looking at you sideways like, then don't let that happen again. They're gonna look at you sideways again. Right? So but that's what I'm saying. But you gotta have people to lift you up, because Tom Brady got games like that. And then now coach, you think somebody gonna tell like Tom Brady? Right? They're gonna try to lift him up. That's what you gotta do that to everybody. But then now you gotta have a point where you're gonna have to move on. Because it's like, man, we can't keep having these issues. Right? You know what I'm saying? Because the coach is going to tell you this. If you don't knock those out and you see this, because that's going to happen in the next game. They watching film and they see what that other team did to you. They're going to try to attack you just like that. If you don't fix it, it's a problem. Right? And then so now, if you can't fix it, corner, that we telling you to fix it, I got to get somebody else in here to fix it. Because it's a copycat league. So the thing is, I'm just going to run what they ran to keep beating you. You feel me?
That's what they're doing. That's what they tried to do with Forbes last year, to be honest with you.
Right. But then if you now stop it, they're going to have to go somewhere else or try something different. And so, and then now that's why you continue playing. But then you're going to have to make mistakes that game. And they're going to look at film, try to attack that weakness. But that's why you got to look at yourself and self-assess. How did I do? And look at my bad and say, okay, I got to fix that. I got to fix that. You know what I'm saying? I got to today, this week, right now, because the game coming up. And then I got to fit in the game plan. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very difficult, and it's a mind thing, right? And then let 2 passes get caught on you, and you miss the tackle or what? Right? It's magnified. And then because you got another guy that may be just as good and that need an opportunity. Because he may not miss those tackles and he may make those plays because what we've seen in practice.
Got you.
But so you just never know. But that's the constant just mind frame that you got to be in. It's just got to be very, very high because you're gonna get knocked down. Everybody can try to knock you down. Not only your opponent, right? But then it's gonna be displayed. You're knocked down. Yeah. But then it's always again how you get back up and how you respond.
Facts. Paul has a question for you. He says, has the rules made it hard to play bump and run in today's football?
Nah. I mean, it's the same rules as far as 5 yards. You get the camera. But now, what makes it different is they call them pass interference more.
Yeah.
Or legal contact. And then sometimes it's on, some very minor hand things or slight second, you there early type of thing, bang, bang plays. And it's, and that goes towards, they just want to offense the game. But what that does is, to be honest, and people don't understand that, because I was watching the game and I don't remember what game, and I apologize. But who did Green Bay play?
They were playing. They played the
Minnesota. Was it Minnesota?
Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota.
Okay, well, I don't know if that was that game, but there was a drive where the team got stopped. They called a pass interference, and it may have been the Washington game. I don't know, but they called a pass interference, and the defense got off the field, so they got that third down stop.
Yeah,
it was a call that should not have been called because it was a bang, and so they extended that drive. Then what did that team go do? Score. Then it changes the momentum, right? Right? Because now if we'd have just got that stop, my offense go down and score, right? The momentum is on us. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm just saying they extend drives because of those penalties. You know what I'm saying? And we be getting off on third down, and it's like a ref call some nonsense, and it's like, what? So I don't even know if that answered the question.
No, I know. I know it did. George put out there as a question, says, have you ever been on a team where the defense got frustrated with an offense struggles and let them know it openly?
I was a part of some Browns offenses because when I played, I don't know if you've seen them jerseys that had the long list of names on them. I played through that time, so it was a rough time on offenses. And it be some players that they'll outwardly yell, certain things so they hear what we saying. Yeah. You know how people do. It's like you talking real loud. You want them to hear it, but you acting like you don't want them to hear it.
You got a bunch of questions, bro, about your experience.
But I'm saying, I've been on those teams, man. But that's how it get handled, right? Because you human. Because it's like we get a 3 and out, y'all get an interception. Man, we just gotta stop. And then it's like defense, I go out. Then we do it again. Then y'all go and punt it, and it's like, what are y'all doing? Because we can't sustain that with a good offense, man. Yeah. You feel we can't keep going 3 and out with this good offense because you give them a bunch of opportunities. They going, it's holes in every defense. And then we going to get tired. The D-line going to get tired. Man, come on, man. Extend some drives for us.
But then y'all
points on the board for us.
But then y'all get in front of the camera like, hey, we win as a team, we lose as a team. It's a team. Y'all will never keep it.
They don't talk to the defense. They don't talk to the defense. Because if they talk to the defense, it's going to keep it real. Defense going to keep it real. Sometimes they don't want defenders in the mic sometimes because you get frustrated, you do, but then you gotta have a leader that kind of brings everybody together, and like you said, because at the end of the day you do win as a team, lose as a team, because sometimes the defense we playing bad right, and we can't get it together maybe in the beginning, right, and we can't figure it out, so we gotta give that same grace to the special teams, to the offense and the defense, right? And so that's why that's why they go far, because they know they pick each other up. That's what I'm saying. That's why Rocky, won, because he had somebody in his corner. He got lumped. He lumped up. He losing the fight. And they like, Rock, you're the best. Go out there, right?
Dude, wow, man.
Hey, DC Dude said, being a undrafted rookie yourself, what advice can you give to other undrafted rookies coming out?
Man, just each and every opportunity, right? Each and every opportunity you have. Man, some days in practice, I only got in like 1 or 2 times because I was an undrafted free agent. We drafted Mike Lehan in the 5th round, which is a corner from Minnesota, and then we drafted Chris Crocker from Marshall. He was a safety, but he played in the slot. So, right, Leigh Bodden with his reps coming, and then we got Dalen McCutcheon starting, we got Anthony Henry starting, then we got Lewis Sanders backing up, we got I forgot. I think that's it. But then now I named other ones. So now, and then it's me. These other guys got to get reps. They're going to put me in whenever they put me in. So whenever I go in, I got to shine. Like I am the greatest, like Rocky. You get what I'm saying? I'm in my own corner, like, boy, you a starter. Go out there like you starting. You know what I'm saying? But then that's how you rise up, because they want to put you in positions like, okay, we need to see. Okay, he playing like that. When we put him in once, okay, put him in twice. That's when you keep getting bumped up. Okay, put him here, put him there, and every time they put you in a place, you better shine. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to mess up. Just like those other guys, but those other guys get more opportunities because they invested in them, they drafted them, they put money into them. But you got to think like a starter. You got to have that bravado. But that's what corners do. And I'm saying, I knew I was the best athlete. I know the corner is the best athlete, damn near on the field, period. Offense, defense, right? Because the thing is, you damn near are, because you're facing their best athlete is the receiver, usually. And you sending him to go get him. Go get that best guy. I got you, coach. I'm gonna destroy him. And then that's just how you gotta feel. That's the corner.
You got another question. Peace Seeker 1081. Leigh, if you were still playing, what team do you think you'd be a great fit on and why?
Any team, brother. That's
he's gonna say. What? I know he's gonna say that.
Any team. I don't care your scheme. I don't care whatever, because I'm just gonna do what I do. Right, and I'll fit in your system, but I'm gonna do what I do. That's why y'all got me. Whoever bringing me here, you brought me here because you know what I do. So then let me do what I do in your system. You know what I'm saying? And it's let me be free. That was the one thing that, like, when you get in the way of a guy like me, man, mentally you gonna mess me up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta let dogs be dogs sometimes. You can't put them on leashes because you know what dog you got. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I believe any team. I don't care. It don't matter. Whoever want me on a team. You know, when you in the playground and it's like you picking teams.
Yeah, I know.
Right. But the thing is, I don't care who picked me. It don't matter. My team, I feel like my team gonna win because I'm gonna do damn good. I don't need to be the captain, to pick the teams. Just somebody pick me, and then we gonna see. So it's like, that's what it is. But then in the league, nobody picked me. So guess what? I go whatever. And every team I went on, I led the team in interceptions, right? Both times, 2 times I was tied with some really good people but I'm saying I still was the team lead in interceptions, right? In the top corner, whatever team I'm playing on. Right, and then you get older though, and then now these young guys come in, Devin McCourty's, you know what I'm saying, Darius Butler's, even Eric Wright, but he was on the other side, Brandon McDonald, like these corners, young guys. But no, so any team, man, any team.
All right, man. Paul got a question for you. What QB gave you the most problems? Like he was always one step ahead.
You can't. A quarterback ain't a step ahead of me, because the thing is, like, just like they trying to figure out what we in. I know what you in, and I know what you trying to do because I done watch film. So it's like you ain't ahead of me. The only thing that's gonna happen with these good quarterbacks, like I said, is they gonna put that thing on the money. Sometimes I don't care what coverage you got. It could be the greatest coverage. They're gonna put it to a place where you just can't get it. And then if their guy catch it. Right, you could have played so perfectly. Your technique, your this, everything. Eyes was good, break was good, and then the quarterback just gonna put it there. He ain't gonna do that every play, but that's why you challenge that. It's like, go ahead, come on and try that again. See if you're gonna make it. It's just like throwing at the carnival. You ain't gonna hit it every time, bro. You get what I'm saying? But that's why the great ones, though, they make them throws in pressure situations. They make it on the run, they make it under duress, getting hit, and then they make it, obviously, when they wide open, got an easy pocket. And quarterbacks, you in the league for a reason. And so when you got all day to throw, they gonna dice you up. I don't care who it is. Even a bum that y'all would call bums, people would call a bum. he in the league for a reason. You give him time, it's 7-on-7, he gonna chop you up. He gonna chop the defense up. Because all he gonna do is find whoever got beat. Because somebody out there probably got beat. Because everybody don't play perfect. So he just found the place where, right, his man, you won on that play, especially if you got time. So that's why everything go in unison. So a quarterback, yeah. But to answer your question, I mean Tom Brady, because he don't make many mistakes. He don't make like a Brett Favre. He a gunslinger. He think he can fit it in anything. I'm gonna throw it in here. That's why I'm gonna intercept it. He got the most interceptions, but he got I think one of the most touchdowns. Yeah. Or top touchdowns too.
He's up there.
Right? Because he just takes chances sometimes. Right? He just believes in his arm. And then, it's great corners in the league. And I don't care who you are. You a great corner in the league, you're gonna make a play.
So, I agree.
I would say again, Tom Brady is the top. Obviously there's some other ones, but it's a lot, man. It's a lot of great. Kyle Bowler was good and won games in the league, right? And diced people up. Did he do it more than Tom Brady? Absolutely not. Right.
So Leigh, so it appears. So we talk about in terms of the NFL, around the NFL, it appears that the Las Vegas Raiders receiver Davante Adams is on a trading block. What do you think is the best fit for him? And because a lot of folks here in the DC area want him in DC.
Well, what DC got right now, shit, why mess it up? But
agree with that.
Ain't no way Davante Adams is messing it up. But the thing is, you gotta take away somebody from that roster. You know what I'm saying? So now think of a team gelling right now, and then now you may send somebody away to get somebody, and it's like, yeah, it's Davante Adams, but it's like, dang, he was an integral part of even just the cohesiveness of a team. You don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who you trading them for. It could be picks, right?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But so if it's like that, it's cool. But I mean, the best fit is, man, the Jets.
You think Jets? Okay.
Think about it. You go on and then adding that with the receivers they already have, right? That threat, obviously, the relationship with Aaron Rodgers. That's going because you see how everybody rally around Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
You've seen it through. It's documented. They did the Hard Knocks last year, and then obviously. Right, the lead up, but to then see him get another asset that everybody done seen him play great with.
Yeah,
that's just going boost the morale of the team too. You know what I mean? So and they doing okay right now in the first quarter of the season. But I think that's the best fit just because I know because it has everything to do with in the locker room.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? The cohesiveness. Yeah. Right, because when people do leave and get traded, it's like, God damn, we was rolling. What you doing? Why he was balling? He was it, right? And then to bring in something, he could be great, but you never know how that's going to gel immediately. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like that could mess up the chemistry, and then you fall off, and you know what I mean. You just never know. So sometimes that's a dicey situation that's always. Just question, but like I said, the best fit to me would be the Jets just because of that relationship.
I'm glad you said that about chemistry because I think a lot of fans don't think about that. They just think about the player. They see the player. They playing like fantasy football. You see the player, whatnot,
and it's not fantasy.
But they don't think about the locker room chemistry. People don't think like that of that being a big deal
because they ain't been in there.
You being in the locker room, you playing, you understand the importance of chemistry.
Man, it's important, but people got to look at it as any job. You know what I'm saying? Right? Think about you having a co-host and y'all ain't getting along, man. Or even the band. We done see how many bands broke up because of your chemistry, man. Or division of somebody talking about this and dividing y'all. And think of division as like, okay, we divided somebody, we took away somebody. That's division, right? I don't care if it's one person from the 53-man roster. Man, he was the integral part. He was here in training camp. He was, this, that. So, but no, back to just regular chemistry with somebody at work.
Yeah.
it's the same thing, right? But people don't look at it like that because, right, they don't see it as a job. They don't see it as, they just see it as a game. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, in fantasy.
They do see it.
That shit is reality for people like me. You know what I'm saying? And it's a cutthroat business because it's like, again, think about it. Fans want you to lose your job immediately. As soon as you mess up, you want this nigga job to be gone. Dang. One mess up, two mess ups. So you should lose your job on two mess ups, right? You should lose your job on two mess ups, huh? Yes. And I'm going against some of the best in the world because I'm the best in the world. You going against a computer and you messed up, or your pen and pad. You messed up. What you talking about? And we live, right? Even now we live. I'm not gonna mess up. But if I mess up, guess what? It ain't gonna be many times. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it's all about. And see, art is live, and you don't get a redo. But the redo is the next play. That's what I'm saying. But then it's just so much, it's pressure packed, right? And then you could be gone. You could be in this seat right here. And then it's like your scenery changes immediately. Because of two plays. But think about kickers too. People don't talk about kickers. Man, they missed 2 field goals. Boy, they out of there. They out of there.
They do. They out of there quick.
But think about what fans do. It's like you want them to lose their job over that. Yeah. But the thing is, that's the nature of the business, though. And so you got to understand that that's what it is, right? And that's but that's why you got to play great every single play. And have a new mindset of this play is the new play, and I'm Rocky, and I'm about to win.
I like how you Rocky. Hey, Lee, though, it is a difference, though. Like 60,000 people ain't coming to see Wole on his computer. If you mess up, nobody see it. You know what I'm saying? People actually come to see you. They pay their money to see you. They spending money on alcohol, on food. It's a difference. They investing into you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You said 60,000 people ain't trying to see me on the computer. How you know that, bro?
If they are, then that's a problem. That's a problem. That's something else. That's something different than they are. But I'm just saying, bro, it's a different type of industry you in. But I hear you though. You're right. You need to have that grace because, like you say, you want the best in the world to get to that position. What are the odds? But you know how fans are. They're impulsive. One day they love you, the next day they hate you. So
absolutely. But coaches like that too. We human beings. Right? Sometimes I like my coach, sometimes I don't. But it's like we got to work together though, because we here. And because sometimes I don't like what our coach just called, but I gotta run that play though. You know what I'm saying? To the best of my ability, and that's just it. And we gotta take people as sometimes you mess up, sometimes you don't, right? But you don't think about mess ups. You just thinking about making the play, every play, right? And that's what you have to think about every single play, making the play, right? Winning the game, every single play. You gotta think about that, and don't matter what happened on the last one, no matter what. So, you know, that's what I love. It's like a rush, to be honest. It's like gambling. It's all these things. That's what football is, man. It's a gamble. But I'm gambling on myself every time, and I'm gonna win. But guess what? Oh, he just beat you. So what? Line him up again. Line him up again. I told you, Hector. Bring Hector out this motherfucker. Whoop your ass, Hector. Right? You the best? Come on.
Let's go.
Oh, he the best, right? And then what he say in Troy? Like I told you, is there no one else?
Troy.
Who else? You know what I'm saying? And that's just how you gotta play every play. But that's who you playing against, right? So you may get got. You may get got, but the fans don't see it like that. They just like he got burnt. Yeah, by Jamar Chase. So what? But did you see me on the other play when I jammed him up and the quarterback looked to him and then we got a sack because of that? You don't see that when you get a coverage sack because the quarterback looked to him. Oh, he my first read. He done jammed him up. I got to look somewhere else. And now that's when the rush work and it's like go get him, right? Because if his first window is gone, guess what? Now he got to look to his second window. And now if we disrupt him and now he got to move out the pocket, right? All that matters. You know what I'm saying? And so. That's how, but people don't see that play that I made for my team because it wasn't a touchdown or it wasn't an interception. Like I told you, that's why I have good games where, man, every time that quarterback looked my way, he looked up the other way after that because I had his man got locked up. Like Akon said, locked up, won't let me, right? But sometimes that's what you got to do. But then if they see you get beat off the line, since they coming to you, and that's happened before to me too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But you got to take, and see, I don't like this word, and I'm gonna do it right here on your podcast because somebody said it to me the other day. People say you take the good with the bad. Yeah. I don't believe in the bad. You take the good with it was a female. But she said, because it's shock value because, girls think they know it all, right? She said, well, what's the opposite of bad? I said, great. So it's either good or great. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It ain't good or bad. It's good or great. You know what I'm saying? My floor is the clouds. It's the sky. You know what I'm saying? My floor is the sky. People be like, sky's the limit. Man, sky's the floor for me. You feel me? Sky the floor. So it's good or great. It ain't good or bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just good or great and then phenomenal. That's how you got to operate your mentality, especially in that pressure situation. What's my mentality like that every time and every play? No, because sometimes, right, shit leak in. That's why you got to ignore the noise. That's why Bill Belichick always talk about ignoring the noise. It's difficult though, right? Because you're human. And now if I got beat, you second guessing, damn, what happened? But that's why you got to know what happened. And then assess it and then move on. And don't let it happen again, even because they're going to try you again probably because it worked. Like they're going to try you that day to see if you got it fixed sometimes.
So you got one more question before we end the show from a commenter, Peacemaker, Peace Seeker 1081 again said, yo, Leigh, what receiver you never covered that you wish you would have covered, would have been able to cover?
Oh man, Larry Fitzgerald. I remember that game, Arizona Cardinals. Man, I was upset because he was inactive because he was hurt that game. I did get to play against Anquan Bolden though at that time when he was there with Arizona. But yeah, man, Larry Fitzgerald was one guy that I would have loved to face that I didn't. But I would say in my era, I faced really all the top receivers that were there, like the Andre Johnsons, the Randy Mosses, the Wes Welker, Steve Smith, Chad Ochocinco, even Jimmy Smith, Derek Mason. Man, it was some receivers, man.
You got T.O. too, right? You checked T.O., right? T.O. too, right?
I did, yeah, when he was with Buffalo, though.
Yeah, with Buffalo. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, when he was with Buffalo. And that's what I'm saying. Something like I wanted to play against Mike Vick too, man, but I was hurt when we played Atlanta. Cleveland did. So, but that sticks out, Larry Fitzgerald. Why? Because he one of the greatest. Yeah. So it's like you just want to go against the greatest, man. To even have these stories, but then just have it for yourself, man, because that's what you. Like I said, Phil Collins in the air tonight. Man, I've been waiting for this moment all my life. I love it. Who is the best here? Bring him in here. Let's go. Right? Bring him here. and I don't, but that's what I'm saying. My mindset ain't, it's Larry Fitzgerald. It's just like, I'm the best, you the best, let's go. You know what I mean? And yeah, he highly touted, and who is Leigh Bodden? Not really anybody on nobody's fantasy team or nobody's radar, you know what I'm saying, as far as the best corners in the league, maybe. But I get respect in locker rooms and on fields, right, from coaches and players. So that's really what I played for. Again, just to play against the best. And that's a good question, though.
That's a really good question.
That sticks out. And I'm sure some other ones, but for right now, it just stuck out of my mind.
Yeah. Hey, Leigh, man, thanks for being on, bro. This has been a dope segment, bro. As always,
man, appreciate it. I be getting excited, man. So I apologize.
No. Hey, Leigh, your energy's real.
Last time I was a little mild-mannered.
No. Ray and I, we like when people get hype. We always talk about that. We like hype. We don't do like chill stuff. We like hype.
Right, yeah. And when you talking about that corner spot, man,
it gets different.
That's why I had to get the corner scoop out. You know, because I knew it was going to get some in depth. I just felt it.
Yeah. No, man. Appreciate you as always, homie. Dude, I definitely appreciate you, man.
I appreciate y'all. Ray, Wole, appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you,
bro.
Appreciate y'all questions.
Man. All right, man. Again, y'all, that was Leigh Bodden, bro. Our NFL analyst, man. Dope stuff, man. Dope stuff. Hey, let me change our background real quick, though.
It's all good.
There we go. Hold on. We had 2 shots.
Back in the building, baby.
Yeah. That was dope, bro. That was dope. Great questions for the chat, too. Real talk. Y'all were awesome,
appreciate
man.
everybody, man. Almost 2:30 strong tonight. A lot of people coming up.
Yes.
If you haven't subscribed yet, definitely hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Thank you for following Urban Sports Scene, checking us out tonight. Donna Hopkins is always dope. Always. Yeah. She asks some great questions, too. If you check out those Commanders press conferences, all the people that come on this show that cover the team, man, they do a great job. I'm talking about Candy as well. And Lake is really souped right now, brother. Yeah. He is hyped right now.
Yeah,
Jaden Daniels can do no wrong if you follow Lake Lewis. But, yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Lee for coming through. Dope show tonight. Y'all hung out there with us for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, appreciate y'all,
man.
Hey,
DC dude, that's my guy right there, bro.
I know, man. That was that was he was good. Like DC dude was good. His questions were good. All like my man Paul. Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, we try, man. Definitely try.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We had good guests, great. Like Ray said, a lot of viewers. So yeah, we appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for real. And like Ray, you already pretty much did our little. Anyway, I don't feel like. Do I need to do like a little rundown, our ending, like our natural ending?
Nah, it's all good.
Yeah, I don't feel like we need
to. Want to tell everybody to catch the Urban Sports Scene pregame Baltimore Ravens.
True, that's true. Yeah,
it's a lot that Wole got going on, that this show has going on. So pull up, man. Continue to support us.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Ravens pregame show on Sunday. We'll air that at we go live at around 11 o'clock. Then also we got the All Burger and Go Everything. We'll mention that too. Right after that, that's at 12. That pregame show, which go to our All Burger and Go Everything YouTube channel and our social media feeds as well to catch that pregame show. And we got a postgame show for that as well. So, don't wait, really don't. Okay, Paul said something. I was trying.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I get it. I don't listen to the radio as much. I haven't listened. The other day, I was trying to figure out who was on because it's lit right now. So I said, let me turn on some talk radio just to kind of get an idea of what everybody's saying. And it was like the junkies, and I turned it off immediately because I forgot they on 980 and 106.7.
They're on both. You can't get rid of any of them.
No knock on them per se. It's just not my style of sports.
Look at George. Time for first for USS versus Football Garbage Time Pick'em Challenge.
Hey, you represent us, George. So you do
kind of represent us now, George. Yeah,
you on our squad, George. Yeah. You're not on their team, man.
Yeah,
it's us against them, George. You with us, bro. You win it, man.
Facts, we win it. No, Ray's totally right about
that.
Hey,
DC do a lot of people feel like that. They would call 106.7 the Clan. So a lot of people feel that way. Like I said, just not my cup of tea. Hey, praise God, we got our platform here, man. We do our thing. Y'all pull up. I see y'all all, man, on social media, and we all talk Commanders and sports in general, and we have a great time doing it. And we talk some real stuff. We know our stuff, and it's fun. And it's much more informative than the stuff that's going on in my eyes. On some of the mainstream stations.
Oh man, Paul, appreciate the love, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, you know what? Some people have reached out. Wole, we have a whole history with that. But hey, Paul, hey, you never know. We do. Yeah. We never know. It's something that could come down the line. And hey, keep rocking with us, Paul. I DM'd you a while ago too. You never responded, bro. But hey, hit me up, man.
You probably need the freaking premium. You need the blue check mark. Yeah, man. They wilding out that joint.
Chuck, he said Chuck. Hey, Wole, he said what? Chuck. 7 years. He don't even.
Yeah, we did talk. Yeah, we did. That's what we did. We talked to Chuck.
Yeah, man.
Oh, we talked to Chuck. That's what we talked 2 years ago, bro.
Down, bro. He set us down, bro. It's not that simple, man. It's not as easy as it seems, But
yeah. Dang,
my man, Leigh Bodden got to be on there.
That's wild you mentioned Chuck. We did talk to Chuck, though. We talked to Chuck.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, Paul, it's about merch. Paul, it's about merch, brother.
Oh yeah, we still plan on that. Yeah.
We got to get you this hoodie anyway.
Yeah.
Appreciate
man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Oh yeah, well, how you did? Not shut us down. He gave it. No, not like that. He pretty much told us that we need to like rethink our plan on how we do the radio. Like how to we had to change our show. our initial show. We had to change it.
No, it wasn't bad at all. What he said is,
it was good advice.
I can't tell you about everything great that you do because that's not how you get better. You have to, because it's so much politics and like you notice he's not on DC radio no more. He's in Baltimore because of the politics. So that's what it is. But definitely, obviously, we know people. It's just like I said, it's a matter of time. It's all good. But we also we old school. So UGK, we like being underground kings at the same time.
Yeah, like we are UGK.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Your favorite listeners know. Your favorite listeners know who we are. You know what I'm saying?
We making veggie burgers. Bun be making real burgers out there, bro.
Y'all got the Nipsey plan. Hey, I like that.
So good.
Hey, I like that.
Catch us on all the platforms, man. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. Catch us on all the platforms. Anyway, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Anyway, you've been listening through the urban sports scene. Oh, I appreciate this one. For Aegis, Yiddy, deuces. We are out.